Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode 2 of the Driveify Experience series. Today we are in a very special car, well, special to me I should say, because we are in a Supra, the newer ones. This is by far one of the best cars I've ever driven, and I apologize if I have a little bit of a lisp today. I had a little bit of dental work done, so I'm numb for 2 reasons. This car and a lot of drugs. That said, I'm very excited. I'm gonna get this car turned on to get some AC cooking, so let's start off with that. A little insight into this car. This car was actually an R&D car for MAP Performance, or MA Performance, however you say it. I've been in the car community for years. I still don't know. I will never know. So it is a little bit on the tuned up side. This car has been driven. I think this might be the best bang for buck in the entire Driveify fleet. We're gonna find that out today. Before we even get started, I am incredibly nervous about how low this car is. It might be one of the lowest cars I've driven. My car is low. The AMG GTR that I drive is low. I've driven a lot of low cars, but this one might be the lowest. So, I'm a little nervous. I'm not even sure how rowdy this car is. This is all new to me. I've driven a heavily, well I shouldn't say heavily, but a pretty modified Supra once before. Last year on the Whiplash Rally, one of the participants let me drive there. I think it was about 600 something wheel. It was a great Supra. It was one of the best cars I've ever driven. This car, not this one to be exact, but the Supra is the next bang for buck car that I would get if I had 50 grand to play with. First of all, cruisability. It's actually a really nice cruiser. It is right now I feel like I'm in my Golf GTI. Nothing crazy. Ooh, nice, there's a heads-up display in this thing. That's really cool. I love this red interior. Lately I've been loving red interiors. For many of you that don't know how Driveify works is, you got the overall Driveify company, but then you have co-hosts. What are co-hosts? Well, basically what co-hosts are people that Driveify works with. In this instance, this car is owned by AJ's Garage. You'll see the sticker on the windshield here, and effectively he's the one that owns this car that kind of rents it out through Driveify. That's the short explanation. You can go more into depth, but that's the gist of it. Hey, I can pronounce my S's again. Hooray! I don't think you understand how numb my face is right now. Now, I am capable of operating a motor vehicle, so we're fine there, and heavy machinery if need be. The reason I bring up AJ's Garage rather, is because they have a twin turbo R8, not for rent of course. I would not want to be the one putting twin turbos in the hands of an idiot like me, but same thing, white with red interior. Love it. God, I forgot how fun this car is to drive. Just cruising in. I will say, I think that the R8 does have more space though. Like, comfort-wise. Like, don't get me wrong, this car is, in theory, even though it's a Toyota, in theory, it is German. Wink. But yeah, I actually, funny enough, I think the, oh, here comes the first railroad. Don't take off the splitter. Okay, this is a nice one. God, that is terrifying. Again, until you know the car, you're a little sketched out by driveways. I love this car though. It's so tastefully modded, you know, carbon on the front, carbon on the back. I can see the cute little duckbill on the back over there. You know, a great service for Driveify to provide. Just an idea, fellas. Throw in a radar detector in all these, but at the same time, like, that's a renter issue, not a... yeah, never mind. Bad idea, bad idea. Don't listen to me. Yeah, I'm really surprised, actually. You know, it really is a testament to the R8 that they have in their fleet, just how spacious it is. Which is weird, because, like, getting in is a lot easier in this car, but the overall space, like, once you're in the car, in the R8, I don't know, I liked that a lot. As for handling, however, we will find that out here in a brief moment, but overall steering, even like not doing anything crazy, way more responsive. It's less Jeep-like, if I may. I picked a good road. Like, this is just steady cruising. This is a good one to be stuck in traffic in. Some cars, in this instance I will bash on the R8 a little bit, not exactly great for stop and go traffic. This one, fantastic all day long. But that's a hit or miss with sports cars. I don't think there's really any rhyme or reason. Like, some cars just suck in traffic. Other ones, not so much. All right, let's hit the highway here, actually. I know a lot. God, ooh, that is really responsive. I like that. I know you guys love the ratings. I will try to do those throughout the video, but if I ever miss anything, it will always be at the end. All right, I'm gonna ease into this car because I'm not exactly sure what to expect rowdiness-wise, even though I have driven a modified Supra before. Every car is different. I'm actually really excited to drive the GR86 that they have. That's actually what I was supposed to drive today, but somebody rented it, I think, or something. Ooh, she rowdy. All right, that was just half throttle, goddamn. All right, this is gonna be a fun car. Oh my God, oh, that is bringing memories back. I drove the Supra last year down in the south, so this is like the Tennessee hills, just rowdy. I do want to let traffic open up a little bit because, again, I want to be a responsible driver, but I love the feel of this. I could take this for a week and enjoy it. Looks-wise, all right, does this car get attention? At shows? Absolutely. But let's say you're renting it. Let's say you're taking it to, I don't know, Hy-Vee, Walmart, whatever. Is this car gonna get looks? I think it will get some. Is that a cop? Oh, he's coming up quick. Okay, that's not a... Okay, stop buying Explorers. Anywho, looks-wise, if I were to take this to Topgolf, which is right there, that's how far I've driven today. If I were to take this to Topgolf, will people look at it as they pass by? Yes. Car enthusiasts especially, but what about normal people? That's what we care about here. You know, I don't know. It will get a glance, like, ooh, what is that? They might check it out. The noticeability, it's pretty high. I mean, especially with the red and the white. Whereas the R8, right, like, it's an R8. Even though it's an older R8, it's a V8, whatever. It's still an R8. It's gonna get that attention. But it's still also an Audi. It's not gonna get nearly as much attention as in, like, a Ventador or something. I cannot feel my face. All right. It didn't throw me back in my seat, though. Is there a... I wonder if there's a... Where's the old sport button? Where's the sport button? Is it perhaps this massive freaking button here? Oh, hello. Oh, it pops! It pops! Oh, it really pops! Oh. Dude, why did it change the car that much? What the... By the way, this button is massive. I should try to show you guys at the end of this drive. It's literally like this big. How would you miss it? I wish the letters were bigger. Dude, this is a completely different car now. And it pops! Alright, within reason. This is not my car. Obviously, I'm not gonna rip it like I would my own, but wow, this is rowdy. Dude, that is like the throttle response is ridiculous. All right, okay, this is enough to be cautious with. I would definitely not advise this for somebody getting into a fast car for their first time, but it is manageable. You definitely have to pay attention. Like, some cars you can floor it one-handed, no big deal. Order your Subway, whatever, for pickup. First of all, let's get something clear. I would never order Subway, period, let alone pickup. Here's one. Order Jimmy John's so it's at my door by the time I'm home. All right, fun factor. This is up there. All right, that was fully floored. And quite frankly, I don't think I'm gonna do it again either. Neither should you. Oh man, that 20 to 60 gap is ridiculous. Now, I'm glad I got that out of the way. I'm done with that. Let's get back to the rest of the car. Everything about this car is responsive. Ah, that's a freaking train. Well, we'll be waiting for a while. At least that gives me time to talk. Anyways, as I was saying, everything about this car is responsive. It is like a needy ex. Hey babe, how's your day? Fantastic. Immediately. What'd you like to eat? McDonald's. It's like that predictive text. It knows what you want. I couldn't believe, like, in sport mode, bear this in mind, my foot is barely, like, 5% touching the accelerator. And it is like, I'm gonna go. The steering is phenomenal. I think it might be set up a little bit better than the one I drove. I should check to see if this is on coilovers or springs. Overall, ease of use. I would say the buttons do their job. Like, it's not overly complicated, like you had to search through a bunch of menus, which is surprising considering this car is basically German. I like it. I'm not I see the AC right there. I don't have to be like, oh, where is it? Oh, cargo. Let's take a look here. Wow. Actually, you know, funny enough, I've never actually looked in the back of a Supra to see how good the cargo is. You could fit a lot. That's probably about equal to my GTI. Space-wise, I like it though. It's an 11 out of 10 for a sports car. I mean, when you're in a sports car, you kind of know what you're getting into. All right, let's hear. Please don't scrape. That worked well. Just a blip. This is a felony waiting to happen. God, I forgot how huge the gas caps are on these. That's ridiculous, like a dinner plate. Oh my God, that's so much traffic. Yeah, nobody's really, the average Joe ain't really paying attention. Can we please go? The stop sign won't turn green. Love the pops. All right, so my initial impression of this car is I was gonna be terrified. Here's the deal though. Ultimately, this is not a supercar, but you definitely get a lot more power and drivability and speed out of this than the R8. That's a given. It's a newer car, it's tuned, all that fun stuff. But there's also a lot less risk. Is this an expensive car? There is no doubt about it. Of course it is. But I'm a lot less scared about, again, taking off the splitter, hitting the bumper, whatever. These are things that just, they don't cross my mind. I'm not scared to drive this car. And again, that doesn't really necessarily come from a place of experience, given that I have driven one before. I think as somebody new to a sports car, I should definitely proceed with caution. Ooh, right lane ends. Yeah, it's a race. This Buick is about to get all the smoke. So as we go back to Tint Pros, I would take this for a day. This car's a bargain, by the way. For everything that you get, the price that they are charging is ridiculous. I think it was like $350 a day, maybe. This is, I think next to the GT3, this is the other really hot bargain from Driveify. So responsive. I'm not going insanely fast here. Oh, is that what the speed limit is? Yep, there we go. That's what I wanted. We got people on bikes looking over. Yeah, he keeps looking back. Yeah, you know what up. I like sitting here at intersections. Again, I don't do this typically. That guy looked. I don't do this typically, but I do like seeing, in this instance, who's looking at the car. Are they interested? God, I want one so bad. The ridiculous things I would do with this car. I am so happy the team from Driveify managed to get me this today. So again, if you are looking, whether you're coming to town or you're looking to have a fun weekend, I think this one's a winner. Maneuverability is pretty good. The overall vision's solid. The blind spots, they're big, but they're not huge. That's the one thing I like about some newer cars is the blind spots aren't horrible. If you want to rent a car from Driveify, go to their website, somewhere here. We'll see how good I am at editing. And they have so many options. The next one that I absolutely love, the next one that I absolutely want to rent is going to be, their F-Type was very fun. Again, I accidentally lost the footage on that. A little annoyed on that. I'd say this is actually very comparable to the F-Type, actually. It's like a way more responsive, sleeker F-Type, which is weird because they're such completely different cars, but it is probably the most comparable to that so far. That's gonna be a fun one. That's a great bargain in that car. The GT3, that's just like #1 pick. I've driven Porsches before, but I've yet to drive a GT3. That will be fun. Overall, I am very, very happy with this car. Oh, and there's their Huracan coming back from a rental. With that said, guys, thank you so much for watching. Check out the stats at the end of this video, or the ratings rather. Please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. The support that I've been getting on this channel, the podcast, everything has been phenomenal and is much appreciated and has not gone unnoticed. So, until next time, have a good one.